Hey everyone, and welcome to week number 1 of the My Colourful Mind Movement Wellness Glow Up. My name's Gemma, and you'll find me here each week in the soul section, where we're going to provide you something fun and creative to try, as well as something to do a little bit of soul searching, a little bit of self-development, and see where it goes. This week we're going to chat about keeping a journal. Why keep one? How is it effective? And how to get started, and some little tips and tricks to keep you going. Journaling is an awesome tool for self-development. People who use a journal on a regular basis tend to say that it helps improve clarity, it helps improve focus, it gives them a place to track their goals, and it's also a safe space to get all of those thoughts and feelings that you experience throughout the day out of your brain. A great thing about keeping a journal is there's no right way to do it. Some people will journal every day, some will journal once a week, some will just journal when they are feeling a bit down and need to get some of those feelings out. Some people keep a dream journal, some people keep a journal to just track goals and put dot points down of things they want to get out of their life. Some people write every day what they've done. So really, you have a lot of freedom for what you can do with a journal and what works best for you. While you're here for the Wellness Glow Up, we want to challenge you to keep a journal for the next 30 days and see if it's something that you really enjoy and something you'll find useful. You might find that it's not really your thing, that it's a bit boring, and that's okay. But you might also find that it's really useful and it's something that you can add to your wellness routine. So commit yourself to writing every day in the journal for this month and see where it takes you. As we said before, a journal is a really great way to track your growth and your development. We don't often notice daily changes because we're busy living our lives, but having a journal that you can flick back through gives you an opportunity to look back and see how far you've actually come. I find for myself that looking back through my old journals is really quite nostalgic, and it gives me an opportunity for some self-compassion as well, because I can see the places in my life where I was learning really hard lessons. And so instead of me going, oh, I was so stupid back in the day, I can look back and go, I was really finding this moment hard and that was a crap time, and I'm grateful for it now because I've learned things. I can also look back on it and just have a little moment where I go, oh, poor little Gemma. That was not a fun time, but you did it. Writing in a journal can also help us identify some problems or behaviors that we might not have paid much attention to, but we can see it when we're writing it down, over and over again each day, that we notice there's certain things that we might do that we might want to work on. I know for myself that when I'm working through a tough time, it gets really cloudy in my brain when I'm trying to think about how to fix problems and how to improve behaviors. So it's all kind of stuck in my head. I find that if I write it out, it gives me an opportunity to see it all in front of me and kind of pick up some patterns and links. I'm somebody who also sees a psychologist every couple of months just to maintain my health and have someone to talk to. And I find that when I'm writing in journals or I'm writing things down, I can better identify things that I might want to take to a session and have a chat about. I also find that journaling is like a really real and raw space. We spend a lot of time these days on social media, Instagram, and we see a part of life that isn't so real. Taking some time away from my phone and going back to writing is kind of a really grounding practice for me, and gives me an opportunity to get away from some of that fake life that lives on the internet and to the real life that's with me in this book. If you've struggled with using journals before, I think it's really important to remember not to put pressure on yourself. Don't feel guilty if you miss a few days. Your journal probably isn't going to end up in a museum one day, so don't worry about having messy handwriting, spelling mistakes, having bits here and there. It's all good. You don't have to explain every detail of your day as well. It can get a bit monotonous if every day you're saying, I had toast for breakfast. Today, I again had toast for breakfast. Just write about the important things. Try to be as honest as you can in your journal. You don't have to pretend that things are all good in this book. This is where you go to vent. I would also recommend trying to avoid using your phone or your laptop as a journal. If you're anything like me, you probably already use your phone and screens a lot throughout the day. It's really nice to kind of come away from that for a bit, especially if you're going to be journaling before bed. I find that using a device kind of reminds me of work or writing an assignment. I think that if I was writing my journal on a laptop, I would also probably go back and edit things. I would change the way I wrote something, and that's not really the point of a journal. It's not supposed to be perfect. Some people also recommend buying books that are quite small so you don't feel the pressure of filling up a whole page. When you buy a new journal and it's big like this and you think, God, there's so many empty pages, like how am I going to fill this up? It can be nice to have a smaller one and feel a bit less pressure. Make it fun, add color, pick a book that inspires you and makes you want to write in it. I picked this one because I loved how it looked and it got me excited about writing. Remember that your journal also doesn't have to be just writing. Mine has a whole bunch of drawings, little pictures. You know, I've got some poems in here. I've got extra bits of paper hanging out. I've got plans. I've got places I've been on holidays. Pros and cons lists that have helped me make decisions. I love a good pros and cons list. Lists of what I want to do in my life. I love a good list. I even filled a page of stickers of fruit. I love a good fruit. Well, friends, we hope you found this useful. Let us know how you're going with the daily journaling challenge on our Instagram. Use your journal to write some thoughts and feelings that you've had while you're doing the program. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Oh, my dog is here. Hey, dude. You're so cute, you're a cute little dog. You would have a dog journal 'cause you're cute and you're smart and you really like being the best dog you can be. Ugh. Breath stinks.